and welcome back to War in the Pacific, Admiral's Edition. This is Friedrich with the Allies, and we're here on June 11, 1943, still unloading at Wewak. It's not just taking us forever to unload. We're just bringing in. I mean, that's part of it. Look, these bigger transports do take a long time to get everything off, but also we're bringing in more stuff. We had some trickling, like, I don't know what they were, tanks or engineers or something coming in behind. But anyway, got something going on here with we came across a destroyer, but I don't know if it's escorting something or just coming, like escorting something back or out, or if it was just out here hunting us, because I don't see any other ships in this task force. Ooh, yeah, that's unfortunate. Man, I was hoping to get it back, but the I didn't have a close enough base to slink it into, and it just had too high of flotation damage. So we lost a sub. Aha, this is way faster. I thought it was going to be, see, there were 10. This fast transport group was 10 hexes away, so I didn't think it was going to come in this turn, but it looks like it got there before I expected. So we'll capture that base, and we'll assault Wewak tomorrow, because I would have today if I knew that was going to happen today, but that's fine. And then when he retreats, he'll retreat to one of these two jungle hexes, and we'll just finish him off with bombers after that. Yeah, that came in way faster than I anticipated. Um, I expected it to go 8 or 9, but it went all 10. All right, he's bombing our regiments, we'll call them. So my anti-aircraft guns are not here yet, so that's unfortunate. All right, hopefully we get some more aircraft on the ground, but also maybe we can damage his supply that's sitting here. And we get another Topsy there. But not only are we, well, not in this case, I was going to say damaging supply, but which we are still not, but him firing anti-aircraft guns each time we fly over uses supply as well. I'm guessing he has maybe 100,000 supply or something. I mean, I'm not foolish enough to think he has just a couple thousand supply that we're going to burn through. So that would be absurd. Okay, we're just sweeping over here, not expecting anything, but just in case he caps it, we can. Um, okay. Oh no, that's where we put our fighters sometimes. He finally found out where we like to go. Hmm. Well, it was severe storms. We didn't get any bombings on his ground troops, which is unfortunate because I was going to do a ground attack there in Burma, and that's just kind of disappointing that our bombers didn't go. And we're attacking into the teeth of his units there, but it is what it is. You'll see what I mean in a minute. That one hex that we've been trying to knock him out of. Anyway, all right, so we're bombarding again because why not? We'll assault tomorrow, like I said. See, this is where we're attacking, and I was hoping to get bombing in there first, but let's see how we do. Still 1-2, but let's see if we make some progress. Nope. And this is terrible. See, because we didn't get the bombing in there, but he does have fatigue. He does have a fatigue issue, and we do not. But now we're gonna take a break and recover. We'll need a lot. Bummer. Okay, that's kind of a weird day, but it wasn't a bad one, so I'll take it. And of course, I don't know what the losses situation is for ops and things like that, because we did take a lot of flak in different places. But let's see if we get reinforcements and then move on to the 12th. Oh, nice. Escort carrier. Get it out in action. Okay, we're back on June 12, 1943. And what did we just occupy? Oh, yeah, that base. Okay. This little base that I was trying to snag in preparation of our assault here at Wewak. It's unfortunate. Uh, this is mildly frustrating. My, mildly meaning, I don't need to hit every time. It's just, or I should say, I don't need to sink every ship I encounter. That's why it's mildly frustrating. But it's frustrating because whenever you see your guys doing something, it's always good that when they succeed. Well, what are you gonna do, right? So now we're looking at air happening, severe storms over here. So that's good. Looks like we're gonna fly into severe storms too. Yeah, my pardon me, my anti-aircraft is so far away from there. You know, because I see this on the map here, I think he sees it too, which I wish he didn't, but okay. That Indian flak just is unloading and it is already doing some work, man. That's gonna be great. Already making an impact. Let's go. Oh, wow. Severe storms and we got that many hits. These British bombers, I'm telling you. Now some of them have 250-pound bombs, but these British bombers are pretty accurate. And that's not bad either. Although they're each carrying 10 bombs, I would hope that they'd have more accuracy than that. This should shut that base down again. These numbers here should um, basically put it back to 100 damage, but I don't know if that's true. Just depends on how much damage allocated to each hit. But anyway, but for severe storms, I'm pretty impressed with the damage we're causing. Yeah, this sweep over Chiang Mai is just to keep these British hurricanes busy, give them something to do. Oh yeah, shooting down a Babs. I don't know if we can trust that information, but I'm sure when we look at the air losses, we'll see if it shows up. Okay, these guys have nothing better to do. Um, so they're just hitting the ground troops that are parked there. And I'm remembering, we destroyed the anti-aircraft unit that was parked there too. So I think that means lower chance of losing aircraft, but who knows, right? Wow, nice hits and supply too. Also, he has to expend supply shooting at our air units. Okay, more unloading. Now this says shock attack, but the only thing shock attacking are my tanks. Um, this tank battalion and these two tank destroyers. So we capture it. They retreat, 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 retreat. So everyone retreats, but that's okay. We'll just bomb them to destroy them. We can also maybe they'll also die from attrition, but we can. But I have troops coming in, and we'll assault if we need to. Meanwhile, we're gonna hop into these other bases. But yeah, we caused a lot of casualties. This will be decent. This will convert to decent victory points, and we just lost a few disabled squads. Yeah, the tanks were the only thing shock attacking. Everybody else was deliberate attacking or bombarding in the case of the guns. Okay, getting some of these dot bases built up um, in the rear. I'm doing that if I feel like I have some extra assets, engineers to spend doing that. I'm hoping not to be wasteful. I don't want to be, but so if I feel comfortable enough with an extra engineer unit or two, I'll spread them out and build up these bases. That said, I'll just as quickly go grab them and pick them up and take them somewhere else if I need them in a more advantageous position. I've got a lot of, not enough, but I have a lot of transport capacity in the South and Southwest Pacific. Nice, we're getting some air units. That's pretty good. Okay, so looking at the Dagua, I kept forgetting the name of that base. That's the base in Papua New Guinea that we needed, and we wanted, and we got it without a fight. I did set my guys to attack it, but it was captured without a fight. And let's carry on. All right. Yep, we captured Wewak. We got some upgrades here. Thousand Ships Bay, Kirwina, and Dili. We had a rename, which, okay, that's important, right? But anyway, we got some refits, upgrades, aircraft in the pool, a couple of cargo ships. I'm not sure what the 21st PS is. And then we've got a couple of fighter squadrons. Now I think these are with the P-47s, but anyway, let's take a look at what we got. Now I'm curious, right? And maybe we won't need to take too long here. So, okay, yeah, this is good. What is this? It's not pursuit and it's not reconnaissance because that's a P. Maybe it's photo reconnaissance squadron. Anyway, we'll train recon and um, we'll ship it out and we'll go ahead and I need this so bad now because the British we're just wearing the British recon units out. So this will be good to have. I'll get them on a an AKV and ship them over. And they're already ready to go, so that'll be ideal just to get them in here. Although it's funny, I'll get them in here and then we'll rail them to the front. Maybe I can fly them up to the front. How far? 40? We could always try that. But anyway, on the other yeah, I mean, that's if we want to use them immediately. Railing might be good to avoid having to take ops losses flying so far. Um, all right, I'll look at the losses in just a second. We chased this guy, and now he's running this way, but we'll beat him because we've got troops going this way also, and we'll beat him there. Northeast 27, and he just started, so we should get in here. This is moving slowly, but we're gonna bomb until this is wiped out. Also, what I should have done, that would have made the most sense, is to do a pursuit. We have so much stuff here. We could have pursued with one of these divisions and smashed them again. But I'd rather pick these guys up and get ready for Hollandia or something like that. So anyway, um, so we captured this base. We just need to repair, which we have a lot of engineers here. Should be able to repair and build this up, but see how small this base is? So this is not going to be a major base of ours. Itape is way better. I mean, even Dagua is better. Yeah, that's crazy. And then Hollandia is even better. So we'll get that next. This will hop with our uh, APD. We'll hop over to Itape. Maybe Venimo is unoccupied. We'll recon that because as soon as we take this, we can bring these guys here and take this, and then probably the same amount of effort we took Wewak, we'll be able to take this. Now I think if we just assault Hollandia, then it'll surrender because there'll be nowhere for it to retreat to because we'll have these two by then. And this is ours. Their bases way over here, I think, are too far away. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at whatever one, or at least I want to look at. So he lost 5 aircraft. And what are they? We know about the Babs, but 2 Helens, 1 to Flak, and 1 to Ops. So we beat up these Helens so badly, they they one was, of course, destroyed outright, and then one destroyed on the way back or something. A Topsy, a Tojo. He's flying somewhere, from somewhere to somewhere. Um, could be he's picking up or dropping off more things at Kandari, knowing that maybe we're coming there next. We lost, you know what? I didn't even look at what I lost. It's not a big deal, but I actually am kind of curious. Well, I'm not surprised. We lost a C-47, the usual. Um, all right, and we did see we lost a pilot. That was killed. Ship sunk. Last turn should be nothing. Whoops. Last month. And no news. That should be that. And okay, so we're consolidating here at Kwajalein. I want to get some guys. I want to get these guys off. So we're picking up some whatever we can fit on here. Pending. Oh, pending because they're shifting to strat move one more day, and then we can pick them up. I could shift these guys, but I'm gonna leave them for now because we could change their target and pick them up some other time. This reminds me, I need to already schedule them for their next offensive. But I'm not sure what that looks like. I mean, we could go for Wake. Marcus. Marcus would be nice, but I'm certain he has KB somewhere in here. And if we go for Marcus or the Marianas, we're gonna have to bring in our carriers, but he's gonna have land-based air as well. Now carriers, if we had them off the side here and assault Marcus, I think that would be okay. Um, let's just schedule for Marcus. It's fine. And we'll just start building up that. And Maybe I'll do the same with these guys. The Marine Corps. Why not have everybody start planning for it? Okay. But we're just going to leave them here, combat mode, just for the time being. We can pull them off later. I just want to get the division off ASAP. He doesn't see. He doesn't. Well, he detects this guy, but he doesn't detect our carriers, so that's good. Um. All right. So I'm uh I'm gonna pick one of these three bases to hit next, and we can get these. I'd just as soon take these three bases before I take these bases, because these aren't as these can be just mopped up, whenever. Um, that said, we just coming back here. We got 14 points out of this, as well as the damage to his troops. Oh, by the way, I wanted to point out, if you hadn't noticed, we have more score than him now. Um, so that's kind of cool. Not obviously it's not a victory differential, but um, now as far as this theater, I want to get Manus and Hollandia, but these similar to the Central Pacific, these can be mopped up later. And then he's got some troops at Woodlark. Those guys are totally abandoned and won't. He's in trouble there, and we've got these cordoned off here. Um, I don't think he's going to be able to supply. He's not going to be able to supply any of this stuff anymore without using. Maybe he can sneak some sub supply in. But yeah, we'll get this within by the I think by the end of the month we could have Hollandia and maybe even Manus. We've got a lot of stuff ready to go. I just have to, and we've raided truck enough to shut it down, and we just got to get our transports in position, pick up the guys that are earmarked for these two bases, and pull the trigger. We've got the bombardment groups ready. Everything should be lined up and ready to go, and we can make now we can make Wewak our main base of operations instead of Hansa Bay. Um, okay, and Dilly is we're consolidating here, and we're also consolidating at Darwin, and we should be gearing up for our invasion of Kandari. And I know that's what we only see this, but we have some guys also here. But most of these are engineers. And I think I even have, yeah, I have some guys here getting ready for Kandari. So, yeah. And once we take Kandari, I mean, literally Kapong is at that point kind of so bypassed. It's not, and even Ambon to that for if we can base some SBDs or something here, I mean that'll eliminate, and of course fighters. You always have to have fighters because he could bomb. But if we between fighters and SBDs, any ships, any maybe we can. Let's see. We could almost shut down this strait, even almost. I think we'd have to have a bit more range to do that, but and this strait too, he'd have to come through here to come into Ambon. So I think this will be very key to then being able to seize Ambon. Um, he's bringing some supplies this way though. We got a lot of subs in his way. We'll see if we can torpedo something. He's still moving away from this attempt up here, the bypass. And we should assault this again soon. I'm just watching out for recovery. we still have huge losses here. So we're not ready yet. See, we just have a lot of guys disabled. I don't know how long this is going to take to recover, but we got to recover before we can attack again. 30, 30 squads there. 27 squads there. Yeah, we're pretty trashed here. Um, yeah. All right. Nothing really to speak of here, but we did. Yes, look at that, 100 damage already just with one run. Um, who do we hit next? I think we can hit these ground troops, just soften them up. I'm not going to assault them yet, but we could hit them with some air power. Um, so we've flipped to the next hex over. Maybe he won't see us now and we can keep running and get into this hex without detection. But yeah, these guys are fully unpacked now. This heavy AA, and we should be able to we should be able to start noticing even more damage to his aircraft flying over. So that's very cool. Um, it says 13 flak, but I'm not sure how to read that. Um, but only 24. I don't know how much effect these observer cores have, but yeah, very cool. All right, next, I guess that kind of wraps it up because we have the usual stalemate in all the this part of China, the east part of China. The north part, as we get into the center, it's kind of a mess. Let's see, I'm gonna look at something here. Whoops. Yeah, he brought in. It's good I didn't attack. I almost attacked, but he brought in some extra stuff. So that would have been bad. So we'll just pull back and hang out right here. But all this is static. It's just um, stalemate. Um, okay, well I'm gonna kind of end the video here, but yeah. Thanks for joining me, and we'll jump into June 13 next time. Some of this area up here, maybe because of my strategic what mismanagement. I don't know. We're stalemate all in both of these theaters, China and Burma. But at least in the Pacific, we're making moves. You know, I don't know if the viewers agree with the moves or would see huge openings all over the place. But I'm taking the approach that I'm taking, and of course, having said that, I'm happy with comments and questions and suggestions, and we'll look at anything. But this is the approach we're taking, and I mean, here we are, not even mid 43. We've got Kwajalein and almost all of Papua New Guinea. So I'd say we're ahead of, and all of New Ireland. I would say we're ahead of schedule, and we'll keep pushing. Maybe not extremely aggressively, but we'll keep pushing and see how we get. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.